Hi, my name is Mike Goodicke. I am the creator and founder of the Silver Crow Method and also the Social Network Shaman. Welcome to our short story series that is on YouTube and also on the channels. I hope that these stories make sense to you, that the teaching in them resonate with you, and I enjoy any questions that you have about the story and about the topics that we talk about going forward in the next few weeks and months. With that, this story is called The Feather That Teaches Gravity. And this story is about trusting surrender and also understanding that falling means faith. It doesn't necessarily mean a downfall or something negative. So with that, let's start. A wanderer climbed for years, believing enlightenment lived at the summit of a mountain that he always watched down from the town where he lived in. As he started to prepare himself for the journey, his pack was full of books. His hands were calloused with effort of climbing up towards the mountain to the summit that he thought was what he needed and what would give him all the answers to what he sought. Then as he was climbing up the mountain, storms came. They cursed the sky, rattling the heavens with sounds of thunder and lightning, making the threats to the wanderer's life acutely aware, and also forcing him to seek shelter along the way up and path up towards the summit. As the rain hit his face and hammered him, it was so cold that it hurt his face, his cheeks, and his ears. He kept his focus on going towards the summit because he believed that was the answer to everything he sought. When the wind howled, he covered his ears. All that mattered during that point in time was reaching the top, reaching the summit, because that was the answer to everything he thought he was asking and looking for. As he was traveling up the mountain, one morning, he noticed that a single feather drifted past his face, white against the blue, effortless and unhurried as it passed him. Then it fell, but it didn't really seem to fall. The wanderer reached for the feather that fell, and the feather whispered to him, "You mistake descent for defeat. I fall because I trust the air." Then as it said that, it turned slowly, gliding past him, not resisting the wind, not clinging to anything. In this quiet motion, there was more mastery that lived in that moment than all of the wanderers striving to reach the summit and what he thought was the answer to everything. He sat breathless, watching as the feather disappeared into a cloud. In that still moment, he finally understood gravity. Gravity was not a chain, but it was a teacher, teaching us that falling is not surrendering, falling is not losing. Falling means trust. Trust that the path in front of us is meant for us to take. That the things that we live through in that path going towards that summit are things that are supposed to happen to us, medicines that we are then ready to receive, or sometimes not, where the answers remain elusive. In this moment, the wanderer laid down his pack. The mountain suddenly didn't need to be conquered. It was already beneath his feet. He opened up his arms as he realized this and felt wind lift his hair. He exhaled and for the first time truly fell inward, not downward. And he finally understood weightlessness is not an escape. It's trust. Trust in the process, trust in the path, and trust that the thing that we're doing and the life that we're leading and the path that we're on at any given time that we trust that this path leads us to what we're supposed to be doing and where we're supposed to be going, even though that sometimes means that there's hurt involved, there's changes involved, all kinds of things. You have to trust that the process is not escaping problems, but that it's leading you to the medicines that you're ready to receive. To rise, we have to first surrender to what holds us in place to where we are. The Feather That Teaches Gravity, a Silver Crow Method story from the Silver Crow Method book. Thank you for listening, and I hope this teaching resonated with you. Let me know your comments, your thoughts. Let's have a discussion on this and discover together what some other teachings and levels of teachings are in this story for us to take along and to resonate with.